Hello everyone. Welcome to another Sale-a-Bration Sunday. I'm very excited that you guys are joining me today. Today we are going to do the fruit salad DSP, and I have the cutest box to share with you. I cannot wait to share with you the box that we're going to make today. Hold on, I'm just trying to get myself pulled up. Hang on one sec. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to show you the box that we're going to make in a second. We are using a bunch of new products on this box. It's so cute, you guys. I can't even get over it. But before we get into the box, don't forget, Sale-a-Bration is going on. You can earn products in this catalog. In fact, the only way to earn products in this catalog is by placing qualifying orders in my online store. You do have to... the qualifying order for most of the products is $60. There are a couple of that are $120 to get those items for free. But the one thing that I don't want you guys to forget about is the join option, because Sale-a-Bration always has such incredible join options, and this year is no exception. So when you join, it's $99. You get free shipping on your kit, and you get to choose 125 in products. So already you're off to a great start. You have a lot of stuff already in your cart. In addition, during Sale-a-Bration, you're going to get the handmade design stamp set completely free, and you're going to get to choose 2 packages of our Stampin' Write markers. Now, these are not our Stampin' Blend markers. These are our water-based markers, and they are the same exact ink that is in our ink pads. So they're going to coordinate perfectly with your ink pads, and you're going to be able to do so many techniques with this. I'm hoping, I keep meaning to plan Sale-a-Bration Sundays using the markers, because there's so many techniques and I want to share them with you guys. But you know, I just plan these projects and I've completely forgot about the markers. So but you're going to get to choose 2 colors. Now I have the brights and the subtles here. You're going to get 2 color groups. You can choose brights, subtles, neutrals, or regals, any 2 that you want. The markers are incredible. So make sure that you guys keep that in mind. If your wish list is really long, or you just want a discount on your products, don't dismiss the Stampin' Up starter kit, because it is such a good deal. And you know, you're going to get all those fun demonstrator perks. My favorites are seeing new products early and getting to order new products early. Those are always my favorite perks. So today we're going to use that fruit salad DSP. So let's go over the DSP real quick, and then let me show you what we're making. This is what we're going to make. We're going to make this adorable hexagon box, and it has a super sweet treat inside. I'm gonna share that with you guys in a minute, but look how adorable this box is. Oh, I just love it. Let's talk more about the box in a second, but until then, let's do the let me share the fruit salad DSP. Now remember, this is a DSP you can only earn free during Sale-a-Bration with a qualifying order of $60 in my online store. Let's go through it's a 6x6 stack. There are a couple pieces where this is all I have left. You get I want to say 4 pieces of each DSP in your package, and they are incredible. Look how beautiful this is. Now, if you're looking at this going, you know what, I'm never going to use those fruits. I have no need for those fruits. Look at the other side. Totally neutral. You can absolutely use this. Then you have bananas, but again, the opposite side, totally neutral. Apples, but again, the opposite side. We're going to use this pattern today. I love that one. Actually, I think I like this one more than the apples. So, and again, the oranges, this one does have kind of oranges on both sides, but you can definitely use this. This one would be great with our, the Mediterranean Blooms suite in the annual catalog. This one there, so there's a big like orange slice on the front, and then the back, this is totally neutral. Kind of looks like an orange peel, but you could definitely use this for anything. This would be great for Halloween too, I think. Then the pineapples, and you have little pineapple slices on the back. These would be adorable. Just fussy cut these out. You can add those to a card. I love that. The kiwis, this fun print, again, totally neutral, guys. So the papers in here are so fun. Oh, I love that. I love that, like lemon lolly daffodil delight print. So pretty. You can absolutely totally use these definitely year round. And look at that. And then like petal pink dots. So definitely year round. And then the other couple that I have here, oh, that pool party print is so cute. We're going to use this one today as well. And then this is the biggest scrap I have of this piece left. But this one was my favorite because you get like the inside of the watermelon on one side and the opposite side is the outside of the watermelon. So Super cute. So many different options in this DSP to choose from. So don't miss this DSP. Let me put this away real quick so I don't lose any of these pieces, especially those little like tiny pieces. But this is such a good DSP, so don't miss out on this one. Remember, you can only earn it free during Sale-a-Bration. All right, so this is the box we're making today, and it is so cute. I cannot wait to share this with you. Now, you may be looking at this box going, now where did those hexagons come from? Let me tell you where those hexagons came from. So during our big launch on January 7th, we launched some new scrapbooking products too. And this is actually in our scrapbooking line. This bundle of products is in our scrapbooking line. Now take a look. Look at those hexagons. These are incredible. Now these hexagon shapes is the reason I got these dies. But the stamp set is completely adorable as well. Now, I know you're looking at this going, wait a minute, those bees look familiar. And you're right, they do look familiar. Because in our annual catalog and released last year, we had this one, the Be My Valentine, which I have used the heck out of this one. This has been one of my favorites. And this one came as a punch bundle. You can buy the punch separately now, and the stamp set separately. They're not bundled anymore, but you can still get both of them. And so in the scrapbooking brochure, they kind of released this sister product to it, so you can get both of these. Now the bees, I have done a little bit of research on the bees. The bees are not the same size. So if you have this one, if you love this one, you might want to get this one as well, this whole bundle, because you're going to get a whole like family of bees. So these two up here are from the Meant to Be bundle. So that's the die bundle, this one up here. And it die cuts all the little pieces, the wings, the antenna, the little bee, and they're super cute. And then this one down here is from the punch. And you'll see like the punch will punch out the bee and it'll punch out the wings, but you're not going to get that detail in the wings the way you do with the dies. And this one does have antennas for the little bee here, but you do have to fussy cut those because those are not part of the punch. So benefits to both of them, and they are all 3 different sizes. So the punch one will only fit this punch, and the dies will only fit these. So this one is the largest, this one is the middle size, and this one is the smallest. So both stamp sets work together, but they're not interchangeable. So you can't use the punch on these, and you can't use the dies on these. So I hope that makes sense. But if you love this one, you definitely want to get this one, and you'll probably want to grab the dies just because they're super awesome. So this is what we're using today. Let me move these out of the way. Now my greeting is from another new set. This is an online exclusive set. This is from the Mixed Labels bundle. This was an online exclusive. We're using this largest label here and the stamp set for our box today. So let's go ahead and jump into the box, and we'll talk all about the DSP as we go. But super cute box, right? Don't miss that Meant to Be. Oh, and I wanted to share with you guys because I get questions on this all the time. So let me pull this up. I'm gonna bring in my laptop because I want to show you guys exactly where these products are. So this is the Stampin' Up homepage. Oops, hold on. Okay. This is the Stampin' Up homepage. So to find that Meant to Be bundle, you're going to go to menu. There's a couple of ways to do this. I like to go to what's new, and the third option down here is a scrapbooking brochure, and that's going to pull up all the scrapbooking products, and that's where that Meant to Be bundle is. So let's see. So there's a stamp set, but let's see if we keep scrolling. There's the whole bundle right here. So you can get that whole bundle. And there's also coordinating paper that goes with this, and I have a project coming in a couple of weeks. It's going to use the paper and the bundle, so don't miss that. So super cute. Now you can also find it by going to that menu, and you can click Shop Products and go down here to Memory Keeping, and it's all in here. You can do stamps. I think it's under Stamps and Stickers. Let's see. Yeah, so they're all in there too as well. So there's a couple of different ways to find it. But I always get questions on that, on how to find it in the online store. So you can also put in the search bar, you can put Meant to Be, and it'll pop right up too. So, all right, that's how to find it. So let's get back to our box. All right, we're going to start with, how do I want to do this? Let's go ahead and start with the bottom of the box. So, oh, let me show you the inside of the box. Hello. All right, so the lid pops off just like that, and then inside is these Hostess strawberry cheesecakes, so they go super well with our strawberry outside. And if you're looking for these in your area, let me show you the box of what they look like. So this is, I found these at my local grocery store. Strawberry cheesecake, the Hostess brand. They come individually, little Valentine exchange packs. So perfect for this time of year. So let's start with the bottom of the box because the lid and the bottom are two completely different pieces. So let's start with the bottom. And I know I'm making this look really hard to get on, but the lid is nice and secure, so it's not going to fall off. There we go. All right. So let's start with the bottom. Now for the base of the box, I'm using 2 of the hexagons, and this is in real red. Now I'm using 2 only because it's going to make it much sturdier. It's going to make a nice sturdy box. And this one, let's see, I believe this is the second. I'm going to have to get these out. I have them all linked or described in the video description, the measurements. Is it this one? See, I'm like totally confused. Yeah, so it's the 3rd smallest one, or the 3rd largest. It's the middle one, and for the top and the bottom. So you're going to need 4 of these in real red, and we're going to use 2 for the bottom and 2 for the top. For the inside bottom of our box, I have the next size down, so the 2nd smallest, and this is in white. The dies are amazing. So they will cut this little tiny frame, and then they'll cut the big hexagon. So the frames are fantastic. I have lots of plans for those later. Okay, so the bottom, you're going to need 2 of the 3rd largest hexagon, 1 in basic white of the smallest. You can also use real red for that. I just had 1 in basic white. And then you're going to need a piece of real red that is 10 3/8 by 2. So let's do some scoring. So let me get out my Simply Scored. And we're going to score the lid as long as we're doing some scoring, so we'll go over that in just a minute, but then we'll start assembling. Okay, so 10 3/8 we're going to score on this side first, and we are going to do 1/2 inch, 2 1/8, 3 3/4, 5 3/8, 7 1/8, and 8 3/4. And I know that that's a lot of measurements, but again, all the measurements in the video description, so don't worry about writing any of them down. Now on that 2-inch side, we're just going to score it 1/2 inch. Okay, so that's going to be the bottom of our box. So it's going to be 1.5 inches high. All right, and now I'm like questioning myself. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. I'm like, did I cut my paper wrong? All right, now for the lid of our box, this piece is 10 3/8 by 1 1/4, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. On the short side, and then on the long side we're going to have those same exact measurements, so 1/2 inch, 2 1/8, 3 3/4, 5 3/8, 7 1/8, and 8 3/4. Okay, so that's all the scoring. So this is the lid piece. The smaller piece is for the lid. I'm going to put this one aside because we're just going to work on the bottom of the box right now. Now they're gonna assemble pretty much the same way. So you're gonna see me do this twice basically. Hi guys, thank you guys so much for commenting. I love seeing you guys pop on. Let me know if you have any questions on anything. Okay, so right now I'm just folding and burnishing on all of the score lines. All right, now we're gonna do a tiny bit of trimming on this. All right, we have a 1/2 inch tab. And I'm going to cut out the bottom of that. I'm going to cut that little square out completely. We don't need that. And I'm going to angle cut on that tab. This is going to be our little glue tab. Okay. Now on the bottom of all of these, we are going to angle cut on these. And I'm going to show you a quick little trick on how to do this quickly and more efficiently. So I'm going to fold this in half. So I angle cut on this the little corner that we had. So I'm going to cut this in half, and I'm going to angle cut up to that score line, just like that. Then we're going to fold it in half and angle cut again. And you kind of want kind of deep angles. You see, I'm not like being too exact with the measurements, but you want them to be a little bit of a bigger angle because we have to mold this to be a hexagon. So you need to make sure all the corners are trimmed so that everything will fit nicely. So, and then the last one, we'll just do that. Okay, so this is what your paper looks like now. So lots of little angle cuts. Now I gotta find all my pieces that went flying. All right, let's get rid of those. All right, now I already talked about we need 2 of the third size largest hexagon and then 1 of the basic white of the smaller one. And we are going to put this together. I'm going to use Stampin' Seal Plus. Now ideally I think I'd probably use liquid glue, but there's a lot of drying time with liquid glue. And so we're going to go ahead and use Stampin' Seal Plus. Now if this doesn't go well, we may have to use liquid glue for the lid. But on the back of that, that basic white hexagon, I applied glue all the way around. All right, and so I'm going to put some glue on the edge, this little glue tab here as well. And we're going to go ahead and glue this together first. So just line up the cut edge on the opposite side with that score line. Just nice and tight, nice and tidy, and just make sure those score lines are all lined up. All right, now we're going to just kind of push this down, kind of make it look like a hexagon. It's going to be a little bit wobbly, so it might be a little bit of a wobbly hexagon. And then I'm just going to stick this inside. And again, this is where liquid glue might come in handy. I'm not going to burnish anything down because I want to make sure that it's nice and kind of centered. Everything is good. Once that's good, I'm going to just varnish all the way around. And that's going to be like the inside of our box. And we covered up all of those tabs because this is what it would look like otherwise. So we covered up all of those tabs with that inside, so you're going to get that nice clean look. All right, now this piece I am going to use liquid glue for because we're going to need some wiggle room, and this one does not want to adhere. Come on, buddy. You got to adhere down. All right. So liquid glue on the bottom. We're going to cover all this up. So you're going to grab one of your little hexagons, and you're just going to kind of stick that on. And the liquid glue is going to give you just a few seconds to really kind of maneuver it so it's right in the center. You can give that a little press. You can stick your glue bottle like on the inside, give that a good press around. And then we're going to just put that second one right on top of it. And you can glue these together before you adhere the box on top. But this, it gives it such stability. That second layer gives it a lot of stability. Okay. All right. So that's basically the bottom of our box. And it just occurred to me that we should have put our DSP on first. We're going to do that with our lid, but we'll come back and put the DSP on the box, on the bottom. Okay. Now the lid is going to be the same way. We're going to fold and burnish on all of these score lines, but, and we're going to trim it the exact same way. But before we start assembling it, we're going to put our DSP on because it is a lot easier to put it on before we glue it down than after. So you'll get to see it both ways. All right, we're going to cut this little square off on the bottom here, this little 1/2-inch square. We're going to leave this little tab. This is going to be a small little tab. It's only going to be about 1 inch, even a little bit smaller than that because we're going to angle cut on that. And then we're going to go through and we're going to cut those corners just like we did on the other. Just create all those little tabs. When I first saw these hexagon dies, I knew I wanted to make a hexagon box. Like that was number one. I was like, oh, okay, we're making a hexagon box. It's so unique. It's so fun. People are going to love it. This would be a great little coworker gift, a teacher gift. You can make a bunch of these. And it doesn't really take too much cardstock. The most of the cardstock is all the hexagons you have to die cut. I mean, these little strips. We all have strips, right? Okay, now before we start gluing anything down, we're going to put our DSP on. And I'm going to use some of that Fruit Salad DSP. I'm using this green pattern from the cantaloupe. Oh my gosh, I don't think I showed the cantaloupe. I don't know how I missed that one. I wonder if I even have a full sheet of that cantaloupe one. Hello, how did I miss that one? I went through all my pieces. And I bet you, because I do not have a piece of that cantaloupe one, I bet that's how I missed it. Okay, but there is so there's another DSP. It has this lovely, like, granny apple green pattern, and then there's cantaloupes on the other side. And I don't know how I missed that. I'm telling you, I have used this DSP a ton. I need to get another package. You can see how much I'm out of some of the patterns. I need a new package. Okay, so I am just putting adhesive on the back of these. You'll need 6 of these, and these pieces are trimmed to 1 3, no, that's not right. 5/8 by 1.5. Okay, and they're just gonna go, each one is just gonna go inside these little pieces up here. So this is gonna be like, not the pieces you trimmed, but the pieces, oh, hello, goodness gracious. That is so crooked. Okay, let's try that one again. Oh my gosh, did I cut it crooked? Hold on. This one piece is giving me such problems. Hold please. Okay, we got it. I think I'm just putting them on crooked because it's a little bit more challenging with the camera in the way. And these are little pieces, so they're only 5/8 of an inch wide. So, although that can't be right. Is that right? Yes. This is 3/4 of an inch. I had in my head it was 1 inch, but it's 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Anyway, that is that. Okay, so that's our lid. We're going to put this together in the exact same way. So I'm going to put a little bit of the strong adhesive on our little glue tab here. And I'm going to adhere it. Now, with this one, I'm not going to go all the way to the score line. I'm going to leave maybe like somewhere between 1/16 of an eighth of an inch between the edge of the cardstock and that score line. And that's going to make the lid of our box like this much bigger so that it goes on a little bit smoother. All right, now for the lid of our box, the inside lid, I have a piece, the same size piece, which is the second smallest of the hexagons. And I have 2 of the bottom, or 2 of the third largest, and that's going to stabilize our top. Okay, so, but we're going to adhere this the same exact way we did the other one. So I'm going to put adhesive all along the back of this hexagon, and we're going to plop it down inside. So we're going to just kind of push this down so all the tabs are inside, and we are just going to kind of plop this hexagon down. We're not going to burnish anything down until we make sure everything is nice and lined up. And I'm going to grab my take your pick tool, because this is, and just kind of maneuver it into place. This is the hardest part of it, is just getting that first hexagon down. But once you get that first hexagon down, the rest of it just falls into place. Okay, beautiful. Now we're going to flip it over, and we're going to do it the exact same way. We're going to adhere this to our lid. Now, if you wanted the hexagons to be flush, you can absolutely die cut those pieces to be the same exact size. I kind of like the little overhang of the larger one, but if you don't want to have to maneuver it around, if you want the exact same size, you can absolutely just cut them the same size. I hope that makes sense. All right. And we're gonna put some more glue on this piece just to stabilize our box a little bit more. We're gonna make this nice and sturdy. This will be our lid, so we want this nice and sturdy because this is the piece that people are gonna be pulling on and off. Okay. Perfect. All right, so we have the bottom, we have the top. Before we put the top on, we got to put all our DSP pieces on the bottom of this one. This one I'm using the little apple piece, so let me go through. We're going to put some DSP on the back of all these pieces, so 6 of these as well, and these are 1 3/8 by 1.5. Okay, so 6 of these, and again, please do this before you assemble your bottom of the box. You'll see, it's a lot easier to put the pieces on before the box is all assembled, but I guess it's good we're doing it both ways. You can see what not to do, but either way, it'll still work. All right, so we have our little box. Now this is not a square. It's 1.5 by 1 3/8, so it's just 1/8 of an inch smaller than a square. So just make sure that you get these there. They should line up pretty perfectly with just a slight border around all the edges. So. Now, once you know this technique on how to make these little hexagon boxes, there are lots of different sizes of hexagons. There are, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different hexagon dies. So you can make little hexagon boxes. You can make big hexagon boxes. So, very fun little box. Oops, wrong way. All right. And last one. Now for this one, if you want to make sure that you have that seam in the back, you can kind of see the tab in there. If you want to make sure that the seams are at the back, you can absolutely do that. This one, where's my seam? Where is my seam? Here it is. You can kind of line up those back tabs. But this should go on, and you might have to pinch the bottom box just to get it on, but it'll be nice and snug. Isn't that cute? It's so adorable, right? Let's put our little cake in there. The little cake will fit perfectly. And then we can put that lid back on, and then we're going to stamp and decorate. So perfect. So cute. I love this little box. It would be so fun sitting on somebody's desk too, right? This cute little box just sitting on somebody's desk. All right, let's do our stamping. And then we're going to talk about our strawberries. So I have a little label die cut from that mixed labels die, and we're going to use real red ink, and we're going to use a greeting from that mixed label stamp set. Now you could easily adapt this to Valentine's Day for sure, add a Valentine's Day greeting. If you love the little strawberries and maybe you run out of them with the DSP, you can find strawberries, a little tiny strawberry, which is almost the same size in our ice cream swirl stamp set. And I believe there's a die for the strawberries too, so that'll make it even easier for you. And this would be a good one too. Hope your day is sweet. That would be a good greeting for this one too. Or yum yum. That would be really cute too. So you have lots of options for greetings is what I'm saying. Now this greeting we're going to stamp kind of toward the top because we want to leave room for our strawberries on the bottom. So glad we're friends, which is another little, it's a great greeting to use. Okay. Now for our strawberries, I've already fussy cut 2 of them, so you didn't have to watch me fussy cut 3, but we're going to use it from that paper. There's that pool party design on the back, so cute. We're going to fussy cut this 3rd one, and they are not hard to fussy cut. Hardest part is around the little leaves at the top, but you don't have to get super precise with those. And nobody is going to criticize your fussy cutting skills, I promise. If you give somebody cake, they are not going to criticize your fussy cutting skills. And if they do, maybe they don't deserve cake. Maybe next time they don't get cake. But nobody's going to be precise. Now, fussy cutting, I like to stay in the center of my blade. And I'm not turning my scissors. I am only turning the paper. And that will help you have better control by turning the paper and not the scissors. Okay, so see, that didn't take too long. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to use my liquid glue. I'm going to put 1 strawberry on this side. I think they're all basically the same size, so it doesn't really matter. And then we're going to put a couple over here. So put this one. If you don't like your fussy cutting skills, then put the one that you think is worst in the back. Nobody will notice that one. And then this one's going to go just like that, kind of right on top. So there's our little tag ready to go. Isn't that cute? All right, we're going to stick that on with dimensionals. I'm going to give that a second to dry. Let's add the rest of our pieces for our top. I'm going to move that off to the side. So we still need to decorate our top. So I'm going to use the little frame that came with that bottom basic white piece. We're going to glue that down. Now there's lots that you can use glue dots for this. This little frame is very skinny. You can cut this out of adhesive sheets. I'm just going to kind of go around and dab just a little bit of liquid glue around the outside of it. And this will fit right on top. And you're just going to have the slightest little border all the way around. Oops, let's try to move that over a little bit. There we go. There we go. So cute, right? That little frame. And it really, I think that really finishes it off. It gives it a nice little border, finishes it nicely. And here's another piece. Here's that cantaloupe piece. There's that piece. I must have used my last scrap to die cut that. How funny. We're going to put this on with dimensionals so it kind of pops up above that frame piece, which is going to give it a lot more texture and interest. And this piece will fit right on there because these were cut with the same die. So this one's the second smallest. So like I said, so these little dies, let me show you again. These little hexagon dies, you're going to get that border and then you're going to get that inside piece. So it's perfect. So everything's going to just layer up perfectly. All right, now our little tag here, we're going to put on with some dimensionals. And I'm going to use quite a bit because it's This is a 3D project, and people are going to be lifting this lid on and off. Now, I like to kind of get this point. I like to line it up with that point because I think it all just helps everything look super smooth and symmetrical. Love it. Now, to finish things off, I have some of the flowers from the die, from the Meant to Be dies. It comes with 6 flowers. So I have some of those already die cut. So let me dump those out of my little bowl. And we are just going to adhere those on. So I'm going to do a big one here. I'm going to use liquid glue. Glue dots would be also a lifesaver for these little flowers. You can also cut them with adhesive sheets. And I just did cut them out in basic white. So I'm just doing a little bit of liquid glue on each of them. I should be using my Take Your Pick tool. You know, I'm going to use glue dots because then we don't have to wait for them to dry. So let me switch to glue dots. I'm going to pull my ribbon down. I have a brand new roll, so it's a little snug with my little ribbon. All right, one back here, kind of behind the flower. I love glue dots, and I generally reach for my liquid glue because it's so handy, but you can, glue dots are just as lovely. I love glue dots as well. One little one right here, and one more. Let's see, where should we tuck this one? I think this one I tucked under my strawberries, but I think these are smaller strawberries, so I think I'm just going to do, maybe I'll do 2 up here. No, we'll do one down here. We'll tuck it this way instead. Okay. All right, we're not done though. We need to add our ribbon. And we'll definitely add that with glue dots. So let me pick that up. And I'm going to stick my ribbon over here behind this strawberry this time because I put my flower where I put my ribbon. So on that one. So either way, you guys adapt it to however you need to. And then to finish it off, I just have these iridescent pearls. These are in our annual catalog. And I'm just going to add one little pearl to the center of each flower just to give it a little bit more sparkle and shine. And you can add whatever little embellishment, rhinestones would be super cute, whatever you want. These iridescent pearls, they are some of my favorite embellishments. I love them. All right, and that is it. That is our sweet little hexagon box. What do you guys think? Super cute, right? And we use that Fruit Salad DSP. Remember, you can only get that DSP free with a qualifying $60 order in my online store. Let's open up that little box. You can see our little strawberry cheesecake baby bunt inside. Yeah, the dies are fantastic. And, you know, because they're part of the scrapbooking line, they're obviously made for scrapbooking. I mean, you can imagine cutting pictures out with these, making a giant, like, beehive background with these hexagons on your scrapbook page. So lots of really fun options with this. And then it has some word dies that says Our Hive, which is super cute for a scrapbook page. And then just all the bee dies are super cute. So don't miss out on those dies. They are in our scrapbooking section or in the online exclusive section. So don't miss out on those. And this super cute little hexagon box. Everybody will love you for these. And don't miss that Fruit Salad DSP. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Now, next week, we're going to do another box, and we're going to do the Toadstool Gardens DSP. And I'm going to use that fresh freesia ribbon too. So this DSP is another one you can earn free with a $60 order. We're going to use this one next week, and I have the cutest project in mind for that one. I don't have it made yet, but I have the cutest little project. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're watching this on Facebook, please share this with your friends so they can find me too. And if you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel so you never miss a video. This week on my blog, I have a new class to go featuring the Darling Dinos bundle. And the 4 cards that I'm sharing this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, are adorable. Actually, 3 cards and 1 3D project. They are so, so cute. So the Darling Dinos bundle will be featured on my blog this week, Monday through Thursday, and all you need to do to earn that class to go for free is to place an order of at least $50 or more in my online store by January 31st, and you're going to get that Darling Dinos class to go completely free. All right, guys, thank you so, so much. I'll see you guys next week. Make sure to check out my Darling Dinos class to go launching starting tomorrow, and have a great week, you guys. Bye.